All right, YouTubers, we got a knife here today. I got in yesterday, and I decided that before I get it out and start messing with it, that I would do the unboxing for you. I mean, I've taken it out of the envelope, brown envelope, but here it is. This is the first time I've got this knife out, and you can see, wow, it's in this cheap little cellophane package. Let's see. Oh man, that thing's wet. Okay, so I kind of thought it might be. The others I don't think came in that way, but that I've had. So let's wipe it down. Let's get the excess oil off of it, because I thought maybe you'd just be interested and kind of see, before I wipe them down and do any adjusting or whatever, what these knives are like. Just for laughs. And yeah, I've done these videos to death in a way. I mean, I've done the one about the blue one, about the gold one, and this is the bronze. I couldn't resist. Some of my friends, viewers, have ordered these, got them, and really liked them. And this is the only other color. There's the blue, there's the gold, and then there's this bronze. So here it is. I got it. Now I got all three of them, which is, I don't know. It's a sickness. It really is. Okay, let's try it. Wow. Okay. That worked. That worked. Let's try it again. Wow. Okay, there's some detent there. Don't be just halfway about it. Yeah, okay. So it flips well right out of the box. Oh, the others two did. The other two did as well. Actually, the other three. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Okay, bronze. Got a backspacer here. You like that anode job? Is that more manly for you? CH3504. Let's take a look. Yes, it is. That's the model number. I've got it memorized. My wife laughs when I talk about it because she's like, "You know all these model numbers. It's crazy. You really are a sick person." S35vn Blade, right? This one was on eBay. It was $70, and I was the only bidder. I just thought, I'm going to throw a bid in for $70 because these go from, if you go on DHgate, they go, I don't even know if you can get one for 80 anymore. 85 and up. And I'll have to check sometime. But yeah, I got this one on eBay. It's $70. I think the guy was thinking, that maybe it might get bid up more than that. And it was free shipping, so, yeah, it took a while, but it always takes a while when you get them from China. So it took a couple weeks. Yeah, that's nice. It feels good. Let's see it's centered up real good. There you go. You got jimping. I love the skull design, though. That's the big deal about these. Plus, they flip really well. They've got ball bearing pivots, And there's been some of my viewers that have taken them apart. So, and some of the sellers may have an exploded view of them, or where their parts are all spread out on the table, kind of thing. I was just kind of interested in what this really looks like, the bronze, as opposed to the blue and the gold. And yeah, I like it. It's real understated, but I mean, you got a skull here. So, yeah, that's not too subtle, is it? Okay, we got, we can run over this real quick. I don't want to take much time. It's titanium handles, as most of you already know, titanium pocket clip. Obviously, it's anode, so it's either aluminum or titanium something. Stainless steel hardware, stainless steel pivots, that kind of thing. Of course, like we said, S35vn. Let's look at the, let's make sure that's close enough. Okay, what we got here for, yeah, 1/2 inch wide, which is 13.14 millimeters. Trying to get that out there. Let's do this real quick and try and zero this baby out. Come on, zero out, you cheap. I should have never got this. It's just cheap. Okay. But it's handy. So, it's not a big deal. 4mm, which, we've done these reviews before. So, 4mm thick blade stock. It's nice and thick blade stock, The grind, obviously, is not that important as to whether it's symmetrical because there isn't much to it. It's pretty much a flat grind blade. I mean, you got a little swedge here, and it's even on both sides. So, good symmetry on the grind. It's a stonewash finish, if you can see that. It's not a real heavy stonewash, I guess, because I've seen some that, you really see the grain in that stonewash a lot clearer, but this is not satin. Okay, and we've got jimping up here, and it's just nice. It's not sharp. It's just what you would want for jimping here. Your thumb can roll over it, but it can get some traction there. And of course, I like the fact they mill out this thing, and they really smooth this off. It's really done well. Lock up, let's take a look. We got about 25%, 20 to 25, some in there. It's a fairly early lockup, but it's enough to be very secure. Easy to push that away. And of course, oh yeah, if you're interested, of course, there's an insert in here you can see for the lock bar interface. And there's a detent ball in there. You can kind of see the hump of it, right? And I don't know, you can see the over travel stop through there. Okay. It's a one-piece insert deal. So, really nice, huh? Nice. I like these little cutouts here for the paracord if you want to put a lanyard in there. So the paracord will kind of lay flat and it won't be like wider than the handle is. It'll kind of be the same. Probably either way, if you gut the paracord or you don't, that's probably enough right there milled in to be flush with it if you want to put a lanyard on it. Let me... Oh, well, we got a 3.5-inch blade and on these knives, and I thought I'd left my ruler in the other room, but I didn't. I just found it's right in front of my damn face. So 3.5. Overall, 8 1/4. Close enough. So yeah, it's just a perfect EDC knife, and the action on it is just great. This one's got... it's got some pretty good detent on it. And, the one thing for sure about this is when this flipper tab is pointing that way, I don't know. I think I may have made it more straight up and down and then put some jimping on the front of here. Just me. But, I don't want to have to reach my finger around that way, right? I'd rather have it just... So you're not going to push button this. Okay, it's going to be light switch. Because it's like a light switch, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be light switch. So they don't really push button. But boy, they have really good action. And it's right out of the box, so I'm not doing anything to it. This thing's fine. I'm not going to take it apart or clean it out or lube it up. Or it doesn't, like I always say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And, oh my God, who's moving into the neighborhood? Talk about lanyard. Yeah, they sent me one with this one. So you got that, right? What else have we got? Come on, get out of here. We got that one. Isn't that nice? Kind of, and here's the stepsister. That's a different model. They're all CH knives. All got that same kind of... Well, see, this is more straight up and down, isn't it? Almost more user-friendly, and I had one viewer say, I like this knife better as far as flipping. It's a better flipper. Well, you know what? It's a good one. There ain't none of these CH knives that are bad. They're good. They flip really well. That one seems to flip a little easier. Maybe the detent's a little weaker. That one's really good too. They feel a little bit different. This one's just a little bit different. You see that? Detent's just a little weaker on that one. So you can actually fail, which is almost impossible on these knives. Okay? That's really good. They're really good. I mean, they just glide on those ball bearings. They really do. This one's probably got the toughest detent of all three, which, you know, it's just brand new out of the box. So in any case, I don't mind that. I like that. You like that bronze? Hold on. Let's get the blades in so I don't cut myself to ribbons doing this. But, you know, hey, you got this. You got this. You got this. What do you think? Are you thinking, hey, LTK, you got a nice little collection of 3504s? Yes, I do. I haven't let any of these go. And you know, most of the knives I review, for budgetary sake, get sold on. And I've actually managed to hold on to these two and this one. You know, in my own mind, and this may be just crazy thinking, but I think that these knives will do one of two things. And I really like the design. That's why I got them. And there's a lot of good flipper knives out there, okay? Not a lot that are $70, or in this case, I think this was like $58. And I mean, that is sweet. That is sweet. I mean, that's oily sweet. Look at my review on that one. That's, oh my God, that's the 3501. Model number's right on the box, so not too tough to remember that. No, I thought they're either going to be discontinued, which would be horrible, or they'll go up in price. And, you know, I've had a guy comment. He saw one where the guy was, the seller had him jacked up to $130. So, you know, and I don't know if I see any at 80 anymore, but there may be. There may be some at $80. But, you know, they're kind of climbing. And you know, really, if these were, you know, on Blade HQ, they were the accepted brand, you know, accepted brand like Reich or Wee or Riat knives or Kaiser knives. Can you imagine what it would cost if Kaiser came out with this? They have one that's Matt Kuchara. I think that's his name. And it's a partial skull design. And I think retail MSRP is over $200. So I would think that, I mean, these are nice. These are really nice. I mean, these are titanium, S35vn. Oh God, have we done? I just was thinking about the blade now, so I don't know. Here's an old picture, but oh yeah, see, I mean, it's a sharp knife. It cuts really good, and you know, it's not like edge snobs, like, you know, some of the guys that really get into sharpening them. They get a mirrored, and it's just, you know, cut real thin newspaper type stuff. It's not probably like that, but it's a good working edge. So, you know, you've got the stonewash, right? And that's a stonewash. It's a really fine stonewash, though, because that's not satin. Okay? It kind of looks like satin grind, but it's not. But it's, check that out. See, it's a stonewash, but it's, wow, it's really a light stonewash. In any case, so you got these three, and you got this one, and there's a 3503, and then there's a 3001. I don't have those, and I don't know. I think the 3503, if you'll check it out, it's a real funky looking knife. It's not a flipper, and Brian, God, I'll have to put his link on my deal. KC, he's Brian Mink KC, I think. he makes comments on my post, so you could look him up and you could click on his. He's got a review on that knife. He wasn't real happy with the lighting he did on it because it is a prettier knife than what it shows on his lighting. But it was interesting to watch it to see the design of that knife. Without going into too much detail, check it out. Okay, so these are really nice. You've got like a milled type clip here. And the only thing, of course, if it's got to be just a one carry option, then I guess right-hand tip up is the way to go. I mean, for me, and if you're a lefty, it's not so good, but yeah, what are you going to do? They didn't offer another carry option. Maybe this could be changed, but you'd need, drill press and thread and, tap to do that and switch this over, and then the clip would be across here. It'd be kind of weird, but okay. I'm doing this for my own enjoyment. You guys can leave anytime. But yeah, the back spacers, the anode job, the really fine milling that you get on these knives is the detail, the grain, the different textures. And that's what I was looking for, is texture comment. Really, you've got this satiny titanium, you got this dark kind of matte, and then you've got this, it's not glossy, but it feels good. And then, with these real fine textury lines, same here. If you look at the lines closely, it's more hidden, right? But it's there. And here, of course, you have the kind of the anode job, but this is dark, but it almost looks a little like the anode went all the way around here. This just darkened in because it wasn't raised, or I don't know how they did that effect, but it all kind of looks very uniform here, doesn't it? Where on these, no, because they satined this off and then left this dark. If you see that. I haven't seen any of these gold ones out there. If you've been looking, it's crazy. I mean, if they have a picture of one, the problem is you end up where you have to select, and they usually sell the blue and the gold, if they sell the gold at all. And then they'll have this one marked out that it's not available. So you have to choose the blue, even if they show you a picture of the gold. Haven't seen a gold one that's actually for sale. And this is kind of weird, and I think this is a mess up somehow. I don't think they meant to have that kind of pattern on here. But it's okay. I mean, it's not a problem, really. Not worth sending back because it's not that distracting to me. But I would imagine this was all supposed to be uniform like that. Okay, I have all these. This one is so crazy because this one is real shiny and smooth. And look at the texturing. It kind of looks like there was supposed to be a skull, like this is an eye socket. But then look at that. I mean, that would be like an alien skull. I don't know. I still never really figured this out, but it's pretty. It's a really glitzy knife, and it's not very expensive. It's in the... I think I got this for $58. I don't know if you can find one for that anymore. And you got to go on the mobile app to get to see if it's discounted, because they have mobile app discount prices. So always check that out. But here's the CH lineup, of what I have. There are the 03 and they have a ZDP 189 that looks like it's supposed to be a CH model as well, but they got the 3001, not the 3501, the 3001, comes in different anode colors. That's less expensive than some of these. And then the 3503, which is I don't have, but Brian has that, and I'll put the link to his review, because I don't know that there are any other reviews on these knives. These are cool though. I mean, I'm sorry I'm not flipping it a lot, really showing you how it works a lot, but I mean, you know, you can do that so much. You see my fingers slipping off here because that is, once you overcome the detent, it's coming out. I mean, if you could try and fail, it's hard to fail because it's just, I mean, you kind of jump your finger off of it once it starts to go to take the momentum off, and it's hard to do that. Your finger tends to follow it right down because you got pressure on it. But, I mean, this is less detent. But, I mean, they just fly out, and they're really good right out of the box. They're centered, they're symmetrical, the grind, the stonewash on the blade, S35vn, anode, titanium. I mean, the only thing is that you don't have titanium hardware. Okay, that's about the difference between that and maybe a $250 or $300 knife in my book. I'm looking at them and I'm going, I wouldn't trade this for anything that I really can think of right off the bat in the Kaiser lineup. I wouldn't, and I only paid $70 for this, and those Kaisers are good. I mean, just what you would pay, not MSRP, but what you would actually pay as a discounted price would be, you know, $150 to $200, and I like this knife. Now, they don't have one exactly like this, but I'm just saying, I mean, and I'm not trying to downsell Kaisers. There are a couple that I would like to get that are Kaiser, and I'm looking at getting in the future and doing. One's kind of a cleaver type design. They got a couple cleaver designs that I really like. But in any case, just saying that if these were recognizable brands with the American distributors and stuff, retailers, then these would be a lot more expensive. I really like that bronze anno. Isn't that nice? You know, they were trying to tell me, you know, hey, check this out. And I kind of pulled back because I had already gotten the blue one, the first, and blue's my favorite color. So yeah, that's cool. You know, I'm down with that. But then I saw the gold and I thought, man, I got to have that. You know, blue and gold. And then I kind of held off on this, but I finally pulled the trigger. Because I just thought it was nice to have one of all three. And I don't know where they're going from here, folks. I really don't. I wouldn't be surprised if one of two things, like I said before, they either disappear or they go mainstream and the price is double or more. Just saying. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be another emergence like Reich knives or like WE knives. I don't know. I don't know. But, you know, S35vn, titanium, anode, all this milling work, all this work, the detail work on this. If you don't like skulls, you're not going to like this knife, and they don't make one that's just plain, which is almost too bad. This one's not really the same, okay? But it doesn't really have a skull on it per se. It does have some detail, some milling here. Whatever that design is. It's not the same knife, but I mean, if you really can't tolerate the skull design, which is the whole reason I initially bought one of these, and then I figured out, wow, they're awesome, they're great, they're so quality, and they flip so well. That's when I decided I'm going to get this one too, and I'm going to get this one, and then I finally defaulted to that one. And this three-way here, I'm going to keep these. I just got a sneaking suspicion that these are going to either disappear or go way up in price. God only knows. This one is cool. This one's cool. I probably won't sell this off because I only got $58 in it. And it's a real great flipper. You know what? I know this is going to sound really crazy. I can't bring myself to carry them. I can't bring myself to carry them. I don't know what I'm afraid of because, I mean, I don't want to damage them. I don't want to scratch them. I don't want to put wear marks on them. I don't want to do anything to these. You know what? Crap. This one just seems so... maybe it could use a little. Nah, it's not really making much of a difference. I guess that's okay. It just seems a little looser than the others. I can't carry them. I gotta force myself to do that sometime. But you know what? I really got nobody to share knife information with that I deal with in person. Okay, so it's like, why? I mean, here's what I put in my pocket, right? It's showy enough. It's really inexpensive. It's an easy one-hand knife to use, and carbon fiber. It's fairly showy. I like it, and I'm not going to cry if something happens to it, you know, because I think these will stay around for a while, and and they're inexpensive. But these, it's just like they're almost, and I'm sure there's some of you out there that are the same way. You buy these and you put them in a collection, and you might buy a second one as a carry one, but you want to have one, like as a safe queen. And I know that's crazy to say about unbranded CH brand, Chinese knives from DHgate or AliExpress. It's kind of a silly thing to say. I mean, I get it when you have a Todd Begg, bodega or something, but when you got a $80 knife, it's just kind of silly because anything costs $80. I mean, Spyderco, anything. I mean, any decent Spyderco costs well over $80. So I like the Endura. I like the Deli. I mean, I'm just saying they're showier. They're higher end knives, like the Lion Spy or the Rubicon, things like that. The tie stick that they've done with Brian Tie, those kind of things. They're, a lot more expensive. The Draper, which I really like. I think that's a cool knife. But yeah, so I know it's silly. I know it's stupid to like avoid carrying them. But there's no point because I ain't going to show it to nobody. And who cares? So it's nice to have them here. Kind of keep them pristine. Keep them in their original boxes, packaging. All right, guys. I'm done going around on this. I didn't want to make it this long, but I wanted to show you this bronze anode one because actually this little iPhone does a great job picture-wise. It's amazing. 6+, right? It's got a pretty good little video camera, 1080p. So, and you just want to get the right light on it so you can take a look at it and see it and kind of vicariously feel what it's like when you flip it and mess with it. I just wiped this stuff off of it. You saw me out of the box, and there it is. And it's really good. I really like it. I don't know what I left out of my little contemplative rant review, but I mean it's fun. Got all the brothers together here, blue, gold, and bronze. It's a really pretty knife. I really like them. I'm big on the skull thing. Not that I do a lot of wearing that, but on my motorcycle jacket and stuff like that. That kind of biker stuff, yeah. But this is goes right with it, doesn't it? And it's very sculptural. It's really art. And a couple of you guys have made that comment. I get that. Yeah, it's very artistic. So it's really nice. And it's very affordable. For as nice and artistic as it is, it's extremely affordable. Very nice to have. And it's quality materials. It ain't some just cheap fantasy knife, right? Okay? S35vn ain't too shabby. Titanium frame lock flipper. Hardened insert in the lock bar. I mean, we're going around the block. It's got all the goodies anything does, from mid-tex to right down here. And this is kind of the bottom of the price barrel as far as really a good titanium frame lock, ball bearing pivot flipper with S35vn. They don't get much cheaper than this. So, I mean, if it just not even for the skull, it's just all the materials and the way it operates, it's a great knife. But you throw the skull in, and it's like go time for me. Yes, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I just thought maybe you'd get a better look at the bronze ano, how that kind of fits. I mean, fit and finish is just wonderful. See my other videos on that. There's no sharp spots. Everything's rounded off really well. There's no gotchas here, and there's no hot spots on this. I mean, you look at the clip. There's, it's nothing. Okay. Oh, if you wanted to just, I'm sorry. Just to review quickly, if you haven't seen my other videos, I mean, hold on, let's get this off here. Yeah, no kidding. I need to reset. There we go. What does it weigh? 5.7. It ain't a lightweight. It's not a lightweight. Hold on. How many grams is that? 161 grams. It's not a lightweight. More carryable probably in the 5 or under range, and in the 125 grams and under range. But it is what it is. It's a chunk of change, but it's great. The weight is okay with me. It's fine. It's fine. It's very carryable. All right, guys. Thanks for your time. Hope you enjoyed.